runner to hit the U.S. scene in ages. And, of course, UCLA rooting on Austin Ramos. Boy, he had a contingent. But getting back to the man, Galen Rupp, right here. This guy is a stud with a capital S. He had a brilliant 62.1 400 he threw in with 5 laps to go, threw in a 64 for good measure with 4 laps to go, and cruised to an easy victory. Now, Rupp has run 27:33 this year to break the collegiate record at 10,000 meters. His race today against the 4-time Pac-10 steeplechase champion Aaron Aguayo at the mutual distance of 5,000 meters is going to be one for the ages that we are going to look forward to today.
Next on the track, the men's 800 meters. Olympic champion Joaquin Cruz of Oregon has the Pac-10 meet record. And there is Dwayne Solomon of Southern Cal. He will start in lane 4.
Well, Dwayne Solomon and the gentleman you'll see in a couple seconds, Ryan Brown, they're the 2 favorites for the NCAA championship in this event. And Dwayne Solomon's had a terrific year. And there you see Ryan Brown. He quit the sport 2 years ago, then decided to compete again. And what happens? He wins the NCAA outdoor championships last year and indoors this past indoor season, and he is a terrific big meet competitor. And speaking of Brown, we then move over to Russell Brown in lane number 6. Russell Brown earlier won the 1,500 meters in 3:46.89, and the person who finished second, the Cal mile record holder David Torrance, is also in this race. And Lindsay, you have some additional data on Dwayne Solomon.
I do. Dwayne Solomon thinks this race is going to come down to him and Ryan Brown, and his strategy to win is to go out hard. He's looking to run a 52-second first lap, then he's looking to maintain. He expects Ryan to do the opposite, says Ryan likes to hold back, then come hard at the end. Dwayne is hoping that that knowledge will keep him on his toes and push him to a faster time, like, for instance, a sub 146.60 PR. That is what he is looking to do today. That's his goal. Watch for him to start his kick at about the 250-meter mark.
Dwight, I think that's eminently doable.
I think it might be, but I'm looking at the flags on the infield as we look at the lane assignments of this 9-man field. I'm looking at the flags on this field, and into that final backstretch, the third 200 is going to be a very, very tough assignment if Dwayne Solomon's going to go through and make this race at 52 seconds.
And Solomon really likes to go out fast. That's his MO, so he will be the guy trying to cut up against that win. Now, he's run 1:47.19 this year. It's the fastest time among the NCAA runners. I think he's fit. By the way, when you watch him, he runs so erect. He's got just beautiful running form.
A wobble there at the start, but no problem. All the way in lanes, the first full turn, then they will cut to the pole, and Dwayne Solomon already well out there. He is not kidding when he says he's going to make this go through around 52 if he keeps this leg turnover up.
And you know what's amazing to me is Russell Brown on the inside, who's already won the 1,500, is right in that front group. And Rafael Asafo-Agay, who barely made the final, is tucked in second. So it's Trojans 1-2 with Ryan Brown there third and Russell Brown in fourth. And the pace is so fast, we already have 5 breaking away from the other 4.
And we want to thank the head coach at USC, Ron Ellis, for having them using multiple uniforms here at the Pac-10 conference meet. Makes it really easy to differentiate one from the other. Dwayne Solomon, true to his word, coming down with about an 8-meter lead. And let's see what he passes this first 400 in. It's the 52 that he had predicted. Ryan Brown has now moved into second, and I've got to say, it's always better to be the hunter than to be the hunted.
Well, you're exactly right, and Ryan Brown is starting to stretch out a little bit, and as is Russell Brown. Gosh, I can't believe Russell Brown running this well. And Asafo-Agay coming back as well, but this is a 2-man race, and Dwayne Solomon doesn't look like his tempo has slowed any.
And Russell Brown has hit the wall now. That 1,500 meters is now catching up to him, and Ryan Brown has now cut the lead by a few meters, and Dwayne Solomon has been running this all by himself, and Ryan Brown, one of the great come-from-behind performers, and here it comes. Dwayne Solomon, he is all the way out trying to run a sub 147, and he has towed Ryan Brown along, I think playing right into his strategy. And here comes Ryan Brown with 30 meters to go, passing Dwayne Solomon. You could almost have scripted this to go exactly the way that it did. Dwayne Solomon making the race for Ryan Brown, 147.51. Solomon still a solid 147.94. And I just saw that happening all the way.
A really brilliantly timed race by by Ryan Brown, and you can see the difference in tempo. Ryan Brown really has very long strides, and the pace was just too much for Solomon to handle. It was a Johnny Gray type performance. He just did not have enough at the end, and Ryan Brown is super, super fit, and as I said, Dwight, he's a great championship performer.
Well, Dwayne Solomon still going to be a force to be reckoned with at the NCAA meet here in a few weeks. He is unfortunately second in this race, and with the winner is Lindsay Soto.
Ryan, Dwayne Solomon told me before the race his strategy was to come out fast. He certainly did that. Did that play into your hand today?
He does it all the time, so I just expected it. Just try to chase him down.
Explain what your strategy was coming into this and how the race panned out.
Kick hard at the end, and that's what I did.
A very specific strategy. Do you get more competitive when Dwayne Solomon's on the in the meet?
We're pretty good friends. We stayed together in Dominican last summer, so it's nice to compete. I want him to do well. Just a little worse than me, so.
We'll let you go catch your breath.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, well, we've seen this movie before, and Ryan Brown knows it well. He wins it over Dwayne Solomon. Francis Gadayan of Cal ends up third for the Golden Bears, and we'll be back with more of the Pac-10 Track and Field Championships right after this.